To make a long story short, the white folks had been watching us on camera the whole time. That's how they play us. You understand me? I'm sorry, brothers, the mess over brothers. That's how they play us. Tell, okay, I can't.
Yeah, no.
Am I?
Please.
Tell from the sale.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tell from the sale, man. Where you can catch hell.
Yeah.
Tell from the sale, man. I never forget, man. I got used like a pit bull on one unit. John Arlen. Shout out to Creasing and Dawson. Creasing and golf, man. They played me on that unit. I got into it with a blood solitaire. We was arguing back and forth, because solitaire you can't do nothing but talk shit. You can't see them, but you can talk shit to them. I got into it with a blood out of Dalworth, Texas named Michael Bird. I'm gonna put your whole name out there. Michael Bird, because I want you to know that you square business. I know I ain't gonna take nothing from you. And everybody in Dalworth know you square business. Well, when he ran into OG Percy, I was all type of crab and everything. He didn't bite his tongue because he was square business. Oh, that's that old crab ass. Whoa, crab. They never had no blood coming. Okay, I'm a crab, but we arguing through the door. I don't never get a glimpse of Michael Bird. So earlier that day, two of the officers heard us arguing, so they decided to let us out, but to put us on the same block together. Not and on the side they made a little wager with each other, see what that's how they play. But that's how the game go. He made a wager. And so the officer came to me, they said, Dear Mr. Wilson. I said, yeah, man, I'm back in the solitary for threatening the guard, whooping one of their laws, I got put back for whooping the law. So now they ain't got rid of me for a long time. My dough said until further notice, I don't get out of solitary. So old girl said, Dear, you want to get from back here, boy? I said, yes, sir. I showed them, you gotta talk slave and impress the master. That's just anywhere you go. When you got a job, you say yes, sir, to let the master know you respect him to get the job. But anyway, I said, yes, sir. He said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna see if I can get you from back here. He said, you might have to go to F4D. Now, F4D is one of the hardest things you can do in due time. It's a penitentiary cell with a chicken wall around it. And you only got to do 30 days in there, but it's going to be the hardest 30 days that you ever did in your life. You get half of everything. You get a half a pair of pants. You get a half a shirt. Your shirt come across up your navel. You get a half a pair of boxes. You get a half a tray. You get a half a meal. It already ain't on the goddamn plate. How you gonna give me half of it? God damn. Well, by the time you come out here, they done broke you from being this, and your shoulder took your weight off for you. Unless you go in there like I would. But anyway, I had to go to F. And I ran into Michael Bird. Now, when they lightened him out, he said, man, Davidson, don't you tuck your tail on me. White man be saying some crazy shit. Don't I do what? Tuck your tail. Tuck my tail. Don't tuck your tail on me. He said, I'm going to try to get you out of here, but I want you to go down here. So when I go do what I got to do, you get your ass out of here and go where you got to go. Well, shit, he said, don't you tuck your tail. I said, that's a good one. I'm going to use that. You saying don't be no hoe. That what you trying to tell me? All right. I ain't never been that anyway. Don't get me out of here. Because 9 times out of 10, when talk through them back gates back there, they sell warriors. They don't want to come out. Oh, hell no. You know all that shit you been talking back here, bitch. You call niggas bitches and hoes. This nigga called me a whole crab. Shit, I ought to be took. Shit, I ain't getting out of here. Man, please hurry up and let me out. The man went and got me out and put me and this guy on the same block. When they walking him by, my door was kind of cracked. I was trying to see what type of competition I had so I get a good. The nigga walked by too fast. Nigga sound big, but I don't give a fuck. But anyway, we ended up going to the same block together. And they in there and said, before they put me on the block, they already know they had set me up. You understand me? Oh, Mike, go in here and protect yourself, be a man, do your 30 days, come home. You know why you saying all that shit? I'm gonna protect myself regardless. As soon as I hit the gate, boom! I went in there the month. They didn't know I turned to them. I said, look at y'all just came in. I said, what a nigga? They just brought a nigga in here. Man ran up. He said, come on, man. Come on, my brother. Don't do that, my brother. You just got in here. That's what they want to see. The black man want. I said, man, get out my motherfucking face, nigga. That shit. What a nigga here, cool? He said, where you over? Yeah, get out. I don't want to hear no peace talk, no Muslim talk. My brother, get your ass out my way, my brother. What a nigga that was talking that shit, called me a crab at? Oh, he over there. Oh, so I went there and I knocked on his back. I said, say, look at him. I said, get on. I said, yeah. He said, he had a little thing on where he was sleeping and shit. Like I just disturbed his sleep. He took little things from over there. He said, yeah, man, what's up? I said, say, what's that? I said, I'm that nigga that you was calling a crab yesterday back there on the block. I said, come on, let's get there. He said, what? So I reached out and I got him. It's been. I stepped around and stole off him about 3 times. I said, yeah. He said, oh, nigga, you want to fight? You want to fight, nigga? Because you can't tell. I just tell. Shit, what else I got to show you to do that I want to fight? Goddamn me. Yeah, where y'all fighting at here? Homeboy said, come back here, come back here. So I went back there with a shower with him, and I'm waiting on him. He putting his shoes on, man. Come on, nigga. He said, say, man, I was just trying to come. When he walked up to him, big old nigga, you know how big niggas like to slide their foot when they walking. He just slide his foot. I said, okay, I'm catching on to you. He got up there and said, hey, man, I was just trying to tell you, I don't want to do no talking. I take off on him again. Bam, bam, bam. We get to squabbling. He don't last 10 seconds. I mash him out. Oh, to make a long story short, before I got out of solitary, I had made an agreement with another Crip nigga. Shout out to my boy Bubba Crip, neighborhood Crip gang, Bell's Eye Terrace. He said, Percy, you getting out? He said, yeah. He said, man, this nigga ain't Antoine from the south side got me locked up back here, man. Fight that nigga for me. I tell him, I got you. He said, you got me. I said, on Crip, I got you. Oh, so now I'm walking into 2 fights that I ain't even seen yet. You hear me? So, but guess what? I went and I faded both of them. I put Antoine into a seizure. By this time, but it wasn't even 10 seconds, but 10 minutes after we fought, the man told me, once you fuck back here, you got to go back to solitary for 30 more days. I said, damn. I couldn't stand that solitary shit. But soon me and him had to fight the nigga, the other fight. He went into a seizure on me. He went to the floor with the flopping back. God damn it. I said, man, look at this. Oh, man. That's how I'm in trouble. Paramedics ran in. I said, damn, who called in? Ain't nobody hit the button for the nigga or nothing. To make a long story short, the white folks had been watching us on camera the whole time. That's how they play us. You understand me? I'm sorry, brothers, the Misover brothers. That's how they play us. Like puppets on the string, because they already know we ain't got no love for each other and what we'll do to each other. Well, when the laws ran in, the only law that was on my side was a good law, man. He said, Demus, I'm sitting here with blood specks on. He said, you been fighting? No, man, I been fighting. He said, well, go change shirts if you ain't been fighting. I said, damn. I don't got blood on my shirt, but I got specks. They look for shit that I know. They taught me well what to look for when you'd done something wrong. It was the specks on my shirt. It wasn't the prints and powder. Just little specks. He got blood specks all on you. Should I do? He said, go change your shirt. He said, unpack and finish doing your 30 days. I don't get back to go to solitary. He said, no. Then one of the dudes, the blood dude out fight, he ran to the other guy. He said, man, look what he did to me. Look what he did to my face right here. The other guy told me, man, get the f out my face, son of a bitch. You just cost me $20, ho. You didn't even fight back. Get out my goddamn face. Damn. I know I didn't hear what I just heard. He said, get out my face. You didn't even fight back. You just cost me $20. That means they was gambling on me and him fighting anyway. That's a tale from the crib.
Man, how often, and that's crazy, how often do you feel they would gamble? Like, could you tell the CEOs is probably gambling on this because they kind of letting it go down? Man,
tale from the crib. What about us gambling on the CEOs? Oh, yeah. Shout out to my niggas on Ferguson. On Ferguson, when we did, I talked at Ferguson because, I got the right. I earned that. I'm not these other niggas that, tale from the crib that's documented, don't have no reason to lie on these documentaries. They can tell you, oh, he did that. He ain't just making up nothing. King Blood, Mexicans, Mafias. Two enemy gangs, they can still say, yeah, he was doing that because we had to go against him. So they watched the play. It be the ones that come home that want to say, man, that nigga, man. Man, I be looking at that. Look at that. But anyway, on Ferguson, let me give y'all something on that you Ferguson know how to talk about. Shout out to my Lawrence, man. One of my Lawrence, man. He had been doing time for a long time, man. He a cool little nigga. He been doing time. Let me tell you something about prison guards. They're more institutionalized than the niggas that's doing time. That's what you don't know. Because one thing you know about niggas that's doing time, they go home. I work here. Hello? Does it make sense? They get to see you go home, but guess what? They still got to come back to prison. After they do they 3 and 4 hours, Rick. What's that at home sleep? That they time off and it's back to work behind bars. One thing about officers in prison, you can look at them, all of them have a yellow stripe on them. Each one of those stripes stand for 5 years. I've seen white boys come through the stripes coming all the way there. That's how, you ask a lot how much time you been doing, man. Well, you ain't got no stripes on, I can tell you got 1 bar on you. You been here 5 years already. You got 2 on you, been here 10 years. Your stripe, your bars that's on your shirt will tell you how long you've been when you get a bar every 5 years. Laws are more institutionalized than inmates.